Hello, everybody. You know me. Okay, no, you don't, but you know who I am. I am Issa J. And unfortunately, last night, well, not last night, because we're not filming it on Monday, at Elimination Chamber, I lost my title to Liam. Darn him. I will get it back, though.
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
will. I will be champion once again. I'm here with...
Sooner or later, Francesca Bettinelli.
Alrighty, so let's get right down to business. WWE Raw. Was it worth it? Alright, Alexa comes down at the beginning of the show, and she is accompanied with Mickie James. So I guess Mickie has turned heel once again. Out of nowhere, she didn't really turn heel until this moment, but okay. She talks bad about she talks good about herself and bad about the WWE Universe, basically being the awesome heel that she is because Alexa Bliss. Then, Asuka comes out after being taunted and, it was a trap. Nia Jax comes out and then they just start beating up Asuka. Then Bayley and Sasha come out together and they're friends again. Okay. Then they get the upper hand. The heel starts to run away, but Mr. Kurt Angle, on commercial break, decided to put them into a match. It was Nia Jax, Mickie James, and Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. The segment beforehand, before the match, it was good. It was worth it because Alexa is great on the mic. And she's great as a heel. And it's just nice to see Mickie James doing something. I don't know why she's heel, though. Yeah, what did you think about all of that?
This week was weird. I don't know. It was different. It was definitely worth it for storytelling. Which was very all of a sudden, but yeah, sure, it was worth it.
And then let's quickly quickly review the match.
Yes.
They had three major things that happened in this match. One, Mickie James is fully confirmed she is a heel. Two, Bayley turns on Sasha. Sasha goes for a quick pin, but Bayley jumps off of the ring apron and refuses to help Sasha. She does, though, help Asuka get the win, making Mickie James tap out with the armbar, but she refused to help Sasha. And number three, at the end of it all, even though the heels lost, Bayley was the one who got the last moments when she looked at Sasha. And Sasha stared right back, but Bayley just walked off and left her behind. Interesting to see where that story takes its place. The match, the wrestling in itself was good.
You should probably, I don't know if everyone saw the Elimination Chamber, but that's when the whole thing kind of started between Sasha and Bayley.
Started at
Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was very there for Elimination Chamber, and if you didn't see it, it was down to Alexa Bliss, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. And when Sasha and Bayley were kind of trying to both get Alexa Bliss to kind of double team, but then all of a sudden Sasha starts completely beating up Bayley and causing her to, I guess, lose the match. So that's where that started. Continue.
Again, it started when Sasha quickly eliminates Bayley in the Royal Rumble, and then
it was
throughout the weeks kept going. No, that's just another part in the story. But yeah, the wrestling in itself was good. The women did a really good job in this match. Yeah, they were all clumped together, but they made the most of what they were given, and that's always good to see. So yeah, especially for storytelling purposes, it was worth it.
Yeah, I liked it. This one was definitely worth it. It was very good, just storytelling and as a match, so I liked it.
All right, and then we had Mr. John Cena come out, and a few things happened. One, the crowd hated him. Two, it seemed like he hated the crowd. He was basically saying, yeah, I failed. I'm going to own up to my failure. That's why I'm better than you. I own up to my failure. We've been through 12 or whatever number he chose to say WrestleManias. We've never faced. Undertaker, I'm calling you out. But I've been told that's never going to happen. So, you see, guys, that's failure. You thought it was going to happen. It didn't. It's never going to happen. So that's failure. That's on you. And it's just like, what? Okay.
Like I said earlier, it was a weird episode.
So Cena just completely turned on the Raw crowd and said, I'm going back to SmackDown, and he just left Raw. He just turned his back on Raw, and it was just like, okay. that interesting. Yes, it was worth it because John Cena is a good speaker on the mic, and it was just bizarre and fun to see him turn on a crowd again. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was worth it. I guess for the storytelling and he is really good on the mic. As much as I don't really like him in the ring per se, he is really good on the mic.
And then we had Bray Wyatt come out, and I guess he was supposed to have a match with Heath Slater. But the match never happens. He starts beating up Heath Slater. He beats up Rhino. He starts to blame Woken Matt Hardy for all the damage that he has caused. Okay. I mean, if you like Bray Wyatt, it was worth it. But other than that, it was probably one of the most bizarre things on the night, because you just look at what you made me do, Matt Hardy. I blame you, Matt Hardy. I wouldn't have done this, even though he would have, if it wasn't for you, Matt Hardy. And it's like, but you have a history of doing crud like this, Bray. What? Okay, whatever. Sure, whatever. Just I don't know what they're doing with this whole storyline, but they need to do something better because it's getting out of their control real fast.
Yeah, honestly, this for me wasn't worth it. If you want to see it, that's great, you go see it, but it was just weird. Fast forward, yeah. They didn't really. I guess it didn't really work too well with the storyline. I don't know. It wasn't good.
So, then we had The Miz come out with the Miztourage and basically demand respect for being the greatest Intercontinental Champion, and holy crud, he was good in his promo. He seemed like he genuinely 100% was completely and utterly upset that he did not have a secure spot at WrestleMania right now, and that he wanted respect. And you have to sympathize for him when he does such a great promo work like he did. This one was definitely worth it without a doubt.
Yeah, he's another one that I don't really like too much, just because the character, I guess. But he is great on the mic, and any promos he does is usually fantastic. So yes, it was worth it. And
then, we had Miz, and, then he was like, I want to know who my WrestleMania opponent is. And Kurt Angle said that whoever, the person that you face right now in this upcoming match might be the person. Might be. And Seth Rollins comes out. So it's The Miz versus Seth, and of course these two guys are going to have a great show in the ring together. And they did a great job. And it ends with Seth coming out on top with the win. Great stuff back and forth. A great match. And the Miztourage doing the Miztourage things. it was didn't fully affect Seth. Kept Seth looking strong, especially after his loss at Elimination Chamber. He needed that, and yeah, it was a good match. It was a good match. That's all I can say. Go for it.
Yeah, this one was also really good. It was very, I don't know, it drew me in, like, to watch it, and it was really entertaining. Yeah, Seth just is great in the ring, and I like watching him wrestle, so yes, it was worth it.
But after Seth gets the win out of nowhere, we don't hear Seth's music, we hear Finn Balor's music, and he walks out, and this is where it got weird.
Yeah.
Again.
So
Finn Balor is doing his thing. He's coming out. He's making his entrance. And after commercial break, we hear that The Miz now has a match with Finn Balor. For some reason. What?
Yeah.
Why?
It was very out of the blue and just
and it made
confusing.
No sense.
It wasn't ever said that they now have a match until they got in the ring together.
And then The Miz
happening?
was just like, why am I having to fight? Why am I having another match? What's going on? Corey Graves was great on commentary throughout this whole thing, pulling for The Miz and trying to make him seem like the greatest WWE superstar that they have right now. It was basically saying that how it was super unfair. So the bell rings and the Miztourage makes Finn win via DQ, completely beating him up. The Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and
Luke
Gallows comes out. Balor Club comes to help. Miztourage starts fighting, so it's Miztourage and Balor Club on the outside of the ring. Right before Miz gets his hands on Finn, Kurt Angle? Nope. Kurt Angle. Why'd you have to say that? Kurt Angle comes on the big screen and say, "Hey, Miz, don't you do that. No. We're having a match." Yeah, I'm stumbling on my words today. Balor Club, you're barred. Miztourage, you're barred. I want a match and someone has to win. Or Miz, you won't go to WrestleMania. So another match starts. It was just Finn versus Miz, and they actually had a full match. And Finn comes out on top after a coup de grace. The match was good. Definitely showed the workhorse mentality of the Miz of all people. He did a great job in the ring on both matches. But I didn't understand why it was like that at all. It was weird. But yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it for me. It was a good match, but like you said, I don't understand what's happening with it.
Two good things to point out after all of this was, one, right when the second match with Finn started, Corey Graves had a great moment, or great words. I can't speak today. He said something really, really smart, which was, the Miz should just roll out and take a count-out loss because someone still is going to win and he doesn't have to fight anymore. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, why isn't the Miz doing that? And then the other was Seth Rollins. Like, I don't understand why Finn even came out there to upstage me or whatever. He just beat someone that I beat when they were fresh. So he beat someone after I already beat him. So if you're telling your superstars to say that it makes no sense, then the people watching at home,
it doesn't make any sense for us either.
It makes even less sense. It was like, did you forget to tell Seth Rollins this was happening? What's going on? It was frustrating. But moving on, finally, Roman Reigns comes out, and he probably had the best promo of his entire career right here. There was a time where it looked like he forgot his lines, and he started replaying them in his head. But other than that, he basically was like, yeah, sorry to disappoint. Brock Lesnar did not come out today because he is a word we don't use unless we're DJ. And yeah, he basically said how if you want to get the WWE fans on your side, just bad talk about Brock Lesnar in the UFC, hanging out with UFC, because those are two. Most WWE fans do not like the UFC, and vice versa, which is crazy. But yeah, it was worth it because it was the best promo he's ever done. And then you're gonna want to get people on Roman's side against Brock Lesnar, I guess, for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's really hard when Paul Heyman is the voice for Brock Lesnar, because Paul Heyman is awesome.
That makes it so much easier.
But he's so good on the mic.
But he's annoying. Okay.
So what did you think about Brock? Nope. Roman Reigns is...
I loved it. It was really good. Some of it we were watching and we're like, I really was hoping it wasn't scripted and he just went off and said things, because that would be very funny. But I loved it. It was great.
Alright, so throughout this whole month of February, WWE has had packages of Black History Month.
Which we forgot to mention
Black
quite
History
a bit.
Munch. Nope. We're not in Chuck E. Cheese right now. Black History Month. There it is.
Wow.
It's been a long bloody day. I've been watching a lot of Super Sentai and Power Rangers. Anyway. It's not 90s though. I'm watching the current seasons. Anyways.
That doesn't help your case.
Don't care. Thumbs up for the Power Rangers, everybody. Anyways, yeah, where was I? Black History Month. Happened throughout the entire month of February, and
I'm sure everyone knows.
Shut up. It was good. It was great. It was worth it because it showed a lot of amazing points of history for the African American struggles in America and all the good that they were able to accomplish. So I really enjoyed the packages that they did for it. Go watch them. I know most of them you probably already have, but go watch them because it was really, really good. If you haven't seen them, at least go out your way just to educate yourself on the good and to bring in everybody as a family. Because we should, everybody. No racial bias.
Yeah.
There's no point for that.
Yeah, anytime you can learn more about history, go for it. I'm a nerd. I love history, so yes, I definitely enjoy. You should do that every month. Have a specific little package of something.
Would December
from history
be World War II month?
Well, it lasted a long time, but
that's when it started for us.
Yeah, for us.
Anyways,
they should do
Bar
that.
versus Titus Worldwide. It was a 2 out of 3 falls count match, and it starts with Cesaro distracting Titus, bro kick from Sheamus, first pin goes to the Bar, and once that happened, I was like, okay, you did the exact same thing with the Hardy Boys when you got your title the first time from them. Mm-hmm. Why are we billing this like this? It was out of nowhere, especially after Titus Worldwide losing at Elimination Chamber the night before. It was weird to have this again.
Yeah.
And then again, it was like, oh yeah, even though the Bar has lost to Titus Worldwide 3 separate times, it was never for the gold. And 2 times prior, Titus Worldwide lost the gold. Whenever they had opportunities for the gold, they've lost.
And this was a title match, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. This was also the title match. This was for their titles. And it was like, well, thanks for just throwing Titus Worldwide under the bus. The Bar is going to win. Right. Titus Worldwide did not get a single pin. The Bar wins 2-0 after the double team white noise. It was worth it because it was a good match, but it wasn't worth it at the same time because it was predictable and you knew what was going to happen.
It really wasn't. See, things like this make me a little upset that we're still at 3 hours, like, because you did not need that.
You could have taken out The Miz and Finn because what was the point with that? Really? You could have taken out the Bar's. Because like, what?
I'm really.
Why?
We know I love the Bar.
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would just let them do more things without being like double teaming, and it takes away from any kind of athleticism that they have when they are 2-on-1 all the time. Like, let them be
wrestlers. Good. Dang it!
I miss old Sheamus. Just throwing that out there.
Is it the hair?
Yes.
All right, so then we had the Warrior Award. WWE has the Warrior Award for people going into the WWE Hall of Fame in honor of the Ultimate Warrior. And this year it was Jarius J.J. Robertson. And this was a really good package. They did a great job. And this poor kid, man.
He's been through a lot.
Oh, much love, much respect. New Orleans native, our home city for the most part.
Yeah, it was want to be technical. But anyway.
This kid had to go through a lot. With liver disease and pain.
In very early childhood, not
and
saying...
When we found out he was 15, that was like the biggest shock of the entire night.
Poor thing looks like a baby.
But this kid is inspiration, and he's awesome, and he absolutely deserves recognition, and he absolutely deserves this honor. And it is so awesome to see WWE bringing their hand out to recognize some of the most amazing people. They started with Connor.
Connor's Curia.
They started with
Connor,
Connor, and then this is the fourth recipient, I believe, and this was a really cool thing to do. And JJ, you're awesome.
Round of applause. Keep up. Keep it. What am I? Keep your chin up.
Too sweet,
sweet. There we go. When in doubt, too sweet.
Alrighty, so yes, it was worth it. Yes, it was worth it. Braun Strowman versus Elias was next. Elias, of course, great with his digs with Anaheim crowd.
And Corey Graves. But,
calling his hair stupid, calling his singing and Braun Strowman's singing
noise pollution, which was funny. Corey Graves getting upset about that was good. What did he say?
It was.
My hair may be questionable. It's not stupid.
It was fun. Elias is great.
Yeah.
Walk with Elias. You know we do. And so Braun Strowman and Elias had their match. It ends in DQ after Elias takes a fire extinguisher and just sprays him. Oh, it was just bizarre. Out of nowhere, I was like, what? How is that
this whole
disqualification
episode was weird.
But okay. We had Tajiri spit poison, but when a fire extinguisher hits Braun, that's like, no, you can't do that. Elias was able to run away at the end, and Braun was like super mad. He's like, I'm gonna get you, Elias. But all in all, it was funny. It was worth it just because of how bizarre and absurd and funny it was. Just watch it just to see what WWE is up to and thinking in Raw, because it was like, what? But yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I guess it was worth it. Like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around this whole episode. It was just weird and I don't know. And sure. Yeah, okay, good.
And then we had the rowdy one come out with Tripp, Steph, and Kurt. Yes, I decided to use nicknames, except for Kurt because he doesn't have one. Because I just felt like it. And it was basically, Kurt apologized to us. I lied. He was lying to Rhonda here, but it's like, I lied. I didn't hear anything. I had pneumonia. I didn't know anything. Everything was just weird.
As one who has had pneumonia.
I'm sorry, you guys. Are like, we accept your apology. And Ron was like, hey, you need to apologize to me for slapping me.
To Stephanie. Yeah.
And then Stephanie was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am sorry. I'm so sorry. It was like, okay. And then they're like, yay, everything's groovy. Everything's great. Awesome. And then Triple H just randomly punches like on the chest, punches Kurt Angle as he just goes down and sells.
You
and they just
shouldn't
leave.
do that to someone
And
who
it's
has pneumonia.
What? Okay. Just like at Elimination Chamber, I didn't really care for the Ronda stuff.
Yeah.
At least Ronda did a lot better on the mic this time than Elimination Chamber. She was not good on the mic. She stumbled through her words a lot. But she was a lot better here.
You know.
But she's trained for doing this for the
Maybe
UFC.
she was nervous. I don't know.
Anyways, she was a lot better on the mic. Poor Kurt Angle is still stumbling on his mic work.
I mean,
And
yeah.
Triple H and Stephanie were funny, I guess. But it was lackluster for me. And then taking a lot of time in order to record, more and more, it's forgettable. Like, those are the only things that I really remember. Everything else in between, it was forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Quick final thoughts.
To me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes, you. No, Liam. Quick final thoughts, buddy.
About, like, the Ronda Rousey or just
Yes.
the whole? Okay. I personally don't think the segments were worth it. Like, from Elimination Chamber or from Raw. It's just, I don't know what they're trying to do. I guess just get Ronda and Stephanie to hate each other. That's all they're really accomplishing here. So, yeah. Those are my thoughts. There you go.
Alright, so overall, Francesco, what did you think?
Overall, yeah, I think if you get past the weirdness, it was a good one. Yeah, it was worth it.
If you like the weirdness,
Then
you'll
yeah.
love this episode.
Yeah.
It was worth it. Yeah, it was an interesting little episode. It was an interesting week of Raw, to say the least.
Definitely.
I hear SmackDown was a little bit better, but just as bizarre. But if you want to watch something, watch 205 Live this week, because it was fantastic on the WWE Network. There you go.
Not really a punny, but a rhyming.
There you go, WWE.
They're not.
Give us some.
What do you say?
Give us some advertisement.
Yeah. Okay.
Let us promote us, and we'll promote you. Well, we're already promoting you. Dang it. Anyways, everybody, that's the episode for Raw.
Wait. They're not bizarre. They're the bar. Okay. I just wanted to do that.
Well, we just ended this episode of Was It Worth It in a weird way.
Yeah, because the whole episode was weird.
Alright.
So why can't our episode be weird?
Guess it can. Alright, everybody. If you liked Raw, or if you liked us reviewing Raw, or if you just like us, give us those thumbs up, because we would really appreciate them. Appreciate you. Always those sexy likes. Definitely share it to all your friends. Let your wrestling fan friends know where to get all the good stuff if they don't want to spend 3 hours of their life watching Raw. Bring them over.
Yeah, that's our job.
Yes, it is. Definitely subscribe to be a part of the Smarky family, and we're having a great time. Come join us, and you'll have a great time with us all the time. Hit that notification bell when we go live, because we will be going live on select pay-per-views.
Hit the notification bell now.
Yes, do that.
To be notified when we go live. Don't.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Do both if you want.
That
But hit the
make
bell.
sense, but all right.
Oh,
just
well,
make sure
hit
you
the bell. Just hit the bell. Dang it. Hit the bell. And leave us some comments to let us know what you thought of the episode. You can follow me on Twitter at IsaJ_STP.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Francesca_SWA.
And very soon, Smarks Wrestling Alliance will have its own Twitter. I will let you know when it goes live. And thank you guys so much for watching. We're trying to bring it down.
Yeah.
We're trying to
We're at
shave.
30 minutes.
We're at 30 minutes. We're trying to bring it down to 15. It's not an easy task. We'll practice. We'll practice next week, and we'll get it work. We'll get it down at least 10, if we're lucky.
Hopefully.
And until next time, everybody. You do yours first.
Okay, because I couldn't remember it.
And until next time, everybody.
It will be awesome.
It will be awesome.